My name is Mallo Esther Sarauta. Welcome to my channel. Today I will be talking about common mistakes young people make in their 20s. 20s is a very deliberate stage. It's a stage where you need to discover yourself, you need to identify your purpose, you need to work on developing yourself, and it is a stage whereby we make many mistakes in life. So when you try to avoid some of these mistakes, it would help you in achieving a lot. Even as you grow older, it will help you in developing yourself, and it will help you in becoming something better, and it will help that skill you're doing, whatever you're doing, to yield more produce to you. The first mistake I feel we should avoid in our 20s is not saving. Your 20s, you should learn to save. No matter how little it is, no matter how huge it is, learn to save. It could be 100 naira, 200 naira, no matter how little, learn to save. When you don't learn to save in your 20s with the little 10,000 naira you have monthly, you see, when you have millions of naira that you feel you can save, start disciplining yourself and learn how to save now that you can. It is important, and it would help you to achieve a lot. Another common mistakes that young people make in their 20s is buying expensive things. We tend to buy expensive things, want to follow the trend, want to prove a point, want to do things that nobody will even clap for you, or nobody is even watching you. So be careful of the things you buy in your 20s. You don't have to go buying expensive clothing when you know you can't afford them. You don't have to buy the most expensive phone if you know you can't afford it. You can just buy the phone you can afford for the meantime. When you grow much older and you begin to have more income, you can buy whatever you want as at there. But for now, be careful of buying all of these expensive perishable things which would not add value to you. Instead of buying expensive things which are perishable, which are just flashy, would not even last, why not use that money to buy things that the more they stay, the longer they stay, the more they appreciate, and when you feel like selling them, you get much income in return. So stop buying expensive things, stop buying flashy things in your 20s. It would help you a lot. Another mistake that young people make in their 20s is avoiding risks and the fear of failure. Don't be scared of taking risks. Take calculated risks that are worth it, risks that when you take, you'll be glad you did. Don't be scared of failing. Take steps. You could try so many things so many times and fail. Don't be scared of trying again. Pick up yourself and try again. Take risks, fail, try again, and you would succeed. As you are young in your 20s, don't be scared of taking risks. Learn to think before you take any risks. Make sure the risks you're taking is a calculated risk. A risk is worth it. Don't just take risks anyhow, because it would not help you. Another mistake young people make is spending a lot of time on social media. Young people tend to spend 5 hours, 10 hours, 7 hours on social media, following gossip blogs, bashing people around. It would not help you as a young person. Instead of wasting that much time on social media, I feel you should use that time to study a book. You could use that time to pray. You could use that time to develop yourself. Use that time to think. Don't waste your time on social media. You want to use the social media, fine, but limit the time you spend on social media so as to enable you achieve a lot in your life and in your career. So in everything you do as a young person, don't waste your time, because you don't even have much of the time. Imagine you are 25 now, and in the next 5 years you'll be 30. What would you have achieved by then? Will you be glad you took some of those risks you took, or you'll be regretting the time you spent wasting on social media and doing other things that had nothing to add up to you? So be mindful of the time you spend on social media. Another common mistake young people make in their 20s is not spending quality time alone. As a young person, you need to learn how to spend quality time alone. When you spend quality time alone, don't spend that time receiving calls, going online and doing other things. Spend this quality time. You could play a soft music, meditate, think of strategies, plan, schedule your day, do a lot of things. Spend time alone and take away every distraction. It would help you to achieve a lot as a young person. Another mistake young people make in is focusing more on relationship. You know, young people tend to focus more on love relationship. You always want to have someone to cry onto. You want to have a shoulder to lean to. It is very good and important, but I feel there is time for everything. Most especially you are in your early 20s. You don't need a relationship. What for? Spend that time developing yourself. Spend that time focusing on your academics. Spend that time doing something that will yield much profit, much produce to your life, because there is time for everything, and at the appropriate time everything will fall in place without you struggling, without you stressing yourself. So spend your time more on improving yourself, spend your time more on learning new things, spend your time more on disciplining yourself and doing things that would help you as a young person. I hope you found this video informative. Do well to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. See you in my next video. Bye.